forward to that, Savannah. First, though, in difficult times, people have usually turned to the world of sports as a welcome distraction. But during this pandemic, even that old standby has been unavailable. But this morning, a sliver of hope that some sports could soon come back. NBC's Sam Brock joins us from the home of NBA's Miami Heat. Sam, good morning to you.
Craig, good morning. Here in Miami, the Heat players have given fans such a reason to cheer for this season. But behind me now, you see barricades after the NBA had to suspend its season. It was the first professional league to do so. Many other leagues have followed suit since. This as the sports world, like the rest of the country right now, trying to figure out how to get going again.
And it's hit deep.
Sports has always brought people together, even helping to heal a nation in crisis like after 9/11. But during this devastating pandemic, sports have been powerless to help. College basketball pulling the plug on March Madness. The NBA and NHL freezing their games mid-season. Even baseball, America's pastime, never even heard the words play ball. But Dr. Anthony Fauci is giving sports fans something they haven't had in a while, hope.
People say, well, you can't play without spectators. Well, I think you probably get enough buy-in from people who are dying to see a baseball game, particularly me. I'm living in Washington. We have the world champion Washington Nationals.
What a scene here opening day. I am pumped, and I got goosebumps right now.
With commercials already running declaring there's no place like sports, Dr. Fauci says conditions for return would likely be no fans, plenty of testing, and players quarantined. Commissioner Gary Bettman oversees the National Hockey League.
What is the hardest factor you're weighing right now in bringing hockey back?
It's not about the hardest factor. The most important factor is the health and well-being of the NHL family.
And Bettman says the health of fans is critical too, though they may not even be in the building when players hit the ice. On the hardwood, no hard plans to return either. The NBA telling NBC News in part, while our foremost priority remains everyone's health and well-being, the league office continues to evaluate all options for a return to play. Any decision on a date to restart the season is likely weeks away. One of the league's all-time greats, LeBron James, working on his moves off the court. The next major sporting event on the calendar is the NFL Draft. This year, it will be a totally virtual experience, with Commissioner Roger Goodell announcing picks from his basement. Major League Baseball is considering an Arizona plan, with all 30 teams playing in stadiums around Phoenix. The league says there will be no fans, and it will only reopen with the blessing of public health officials. One of the sport's best players weighing in.
There's a lot of red flags. There's a lot of questions. Obviously, we would have to agree on it as players. But I think the mentality is we want to get back as soon as we can.
No easy answers for organizations that in many ways represent more than just an escape.
During times of crisis, what does sports do to lift people up?
Sports is the great unifier. Sports brings people together.
Amen to that, Commissioner. By the way, the WNBA draft also on Friday. Here's the thing, Sam. We saw LeBron there jamming with his kids. We're not the only ones with bated breath waiting for sports to come back. The athletes are as well. What's quarantine looking like for some of these athletes?
Craig, do you remember when you were a kid and you would play horse in the backyard with your friends?
Oh, yeah.
That is what NBA players and WNBA players are doing right now, except they're not doing it together, obviously. Different courts, separate hoops, but they're doing it in remote locations together. Just a really cool televised competition that's going on right now. Here in Miami as well, Craig, the players, the organization, have donated $100,000 worth of jerseys and T-shirts to be turned into masks for first responders. Amazing efforts right now from NBA players. I would also add, in other sports news, the PGA expected to make an announcement very soon on when golf will return as well. Guys,
That's
back
right.
to you.
We could see a tournament in Fort Worth soon. Sam Brock there in Miami. Sam, thank you. You know, you don't realize how much you need sports, how much you love sports, until sports is gone.
And even without fans, just something to watch on TV, something to watch. All right, coming up next.